Hi, hope everyone is doing fine. All right, now this is going to be a quick video. I honestly hope. I hope everyone is doing fine. If you're new here, my name is Shabomwe. All right, welcome to Live with Shabomwe. All right, I'm Ugandan. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about why certain people might act funny or react funny when you decide to set up your boundaries or when it comes to your personal boundaries, okay? So, oftentimes, what happens is when you start to be comfortable with your personal boundaries, there are people in your life, especially the ones who exist in your life, there are people who are going to be comfortable with it, who are going to receive it and accept it, okay? Then there are people that are absolutely going to be against the change. Now, these are the people we are going to be talking about in this video. All right? Yes. So these are the people we are going to be talking about in this video, because oftentimes when you set your boundaries, there are always people who are going to call you difficult, who are going to call you mean, who are going to call you complicated, and all that crazy katemba that comes along with it. All right? So one thing you need to understand, there are people who take advantage of the fact that you don't have boundaries. All right? So if you are living this life, especially if you are living this life and you have no boundaries, kindly understand that you are surrounded by a lot of people that are taking advantage of you actively. All right? Now, most people, my throat, I don't know what's going on. Okay? Now, most people, especially who have been abusing your trust, abusing your lack of boundaries, will always be very uncomfortable when they see you set up your boundaries, okay? And these people get mad because they can no longer abuse the lack of boundaries, okay? If someone was using you, if someone was undermining your intelligence, okay? Because you didn't have the boundaries. So when you finally are brave enough to put up your boundaries, the people who are taking advantage or benefiting from you not having boundaries are going to be very uncomfortable. They are going to call you difficult because now you've taken away the access for them to disrespect you, use you, or kuisamu. So you get me? Yes. So I know, and why am I making this video? Because oftentimes, such people are going to gaslight you. They are going to manipulate you. Okay, they are going to use things like, "We've been friends for this long. We've been, we are siblings." Those are their tactics, okay? That's why oftentimes, that's why a lot of people struggle with boundaries, having them and keeping them up. Because oftentimes they surround themselves with people who are going to resort to manipulative tactics, all right? And those manipulative tactics, not everyone can see through them, okay? There are people who are simply weak, and oftentimes such people, they know the right buttons to push, they know the right things to say so that you can put your boundaries or ignore and disrespect your boundaries, all right? Now, before you allow yourself to disrespect or break your boundaries for anyone, I want you to remember that oftentimes, always, every time you break your boundaries, there's always an active consequence to pay. Very active, all right? So you need to understand boundaries are important, and the people who love you and are around you for the right reason will always be comfortable with your boundaries. If you communicate and that is your boundary and someone does not respect it, or someone has something else to add onto it, onto you setting your boundary or trying to make you look at your boundary a different way, like you're being difficult, you're being mysterious, that person does not like you. Anyone who genuinely likes you and is on your side will always be okay with your boundaries, because personally I've come to understand that oftentimes people set their boundaries because they have reasons why. There's always a reason why someone is going to go ahead and set up certain boundaries, okay? Especially when it comes to their life. So you can never be quick to dismiss someone's boundaries, all right? Another thing you also need to understand, most people who don't respect people's boundaries don't have boundaries themselves, okay? So you also have to be willing to accept that and understand it. Oftentimes, people are going to look at your boundaries like it's a problem because themselves don't have boundaries, all right? Hey, who does she think she is? Who does he think she is? Shit like that. Because you have set up your boundaries. And when you set your boundaries up, people who are taking advantage of the fact that you don't have boundaries will always automatically get offended, have something to say about it, okay? So that's it. I just wanted to share this. I hope it helps. As I said, there's a method to my madness. This is part of it. I hope it helps, especially with those of you who are struggling with setting boundaries. Yes, now boundaries can be set with family, with friends, with your partners, with life in general. You have to have boundaries as a human, okay? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you're struggling with hyperpigmentation, dark knees, dark inner thighs, dark elbows, dark everything, hyperpigmentation, please contact this number. We have a hyperpigmentation formula that currently goes for 65,000 Uganda shillings. See you in another video. Bye.